Some doors will only open after you find the courage to finally say goodbye. There are moments in life when holding on feels easier than letting go. We stay connected to people who drain our spirit, habits that damage our peace, and situations that quietly break us from the inside. We keep hoping things will change, even when deep down, we know the season has already ended. But sometimes, the reason you feel stuck is because you are trying to carry something that was never meant to go with you into your future. What hurts now may actually be heaven's protection. What feels like rejection may be redirection. And what feels like loss may actually be the beginning of your breakthrough. Not every person is assigned to stay forever. Not every relationship is designed to last a lifetime. Some people enter your life to teach you lessons, help you grow, or reveal your strength. But once their purpose is complete, holding on to them only delays the next chapter that is waiting for you. You may not understand it now, but there are blessings that cannot enter your life until certain doors close. Sometimes God removes distractions before He releases purpose. Sometimes He allows separation before elevation. And while you are crying over what ended, heaven is preparing something far greater than what you lost. There are habits you must leave behind if you want peace to enter your life. Habits of fear, doubt, negativity, anger, comparison, and constantly looking back. The old mindset cannot survive in the new season God is preparing for you. Growth requires surrender, healing requires honesty, and transformation requires courage. You have spent too much time mourning closed doors, replaying painful memories, and asking why things had to change. But what if those endings were actually protection? What if the delay saved you from destruction? What if the heartbreak prevented a bigger disaster you could not yet see? Sometimes the things that you may not understand everything today, but one day you will look back and realize that what broke your heart actually saved your life. You will understand why certain people disappeared. You will understand why certain plans failed. You will understand why some prayers were not answered the way you expected. Because God's vision is bigger than your current understanding. There are things your limited perspective cannot yet see. You see pain. God sees purpose. You see confusion. God sees direction. You see endings. God sees transformation. And maybe right now, heaven is asking you to trust without full understanding. Maybe you are in a season where nothing makes sense. But faith was never about having all the answers. Faith is trusting that even when life changes unexpectedly, God is still working behind the scenes. Sometimes breakthroughs begin with separation. The separation hurts because it forces you to confront reality. It forces you to release illusions. It forces you to stop depending on things that were never stable to begin with. But after the separation comes clarity. After the clarity comes healing. And after the healing comes transformation. Do not rush your healing process. Healing is not weakness. Crying is not weakness. Starting over is not weakness. It takes courage to rebuild your life after disappointment. It takes strength to keep believing after heartbreak. It takes faith to keep moving forward when everything familiar disappears. But every step forward matters. Even slow healing is still healing. Even small progress is still progress. And every painful season carries lessons that prepare you for greater things ahead. The people who hurt you taught you discernment. The failures taught you resilience. The closed doors taught you dependence on God. The lonely seasons taught you inner strength. Nothing was wasted. Even your pain has purpose. God can use broken seasons to build stronger foundations. He can turn rejection into redirection. He can turn suffering into wisdom. He can turn your darkest chapter into the testimony that inspires others to keep going. One day your story will help someone else survive their storm. One day, your healing will remind others that recovery is possible. One day, the same situation that almost destroyed you will become proof of how far God brought you. So stop seeing yourself as abandoned. You are being repositioned. You are being refined. You are being prepared. This season is not the end of your story. The door that closed was not your final destination. There are still blessings ahead, still opportunities ahead, still healing ahead, still joy ahead, still peace ahead, still purpose ahead. And the moment you finally release what no longer belongs in your life, you create room for everything heaven has been preparing for you. Trust the process. Trust God's timing. Trust the closed doors. Trust the uncomfortable transitions. Because some doors will only open after you finally find the courage to say goodbye. And when that new door finally opens, you will realize this was never abandonment. This was advancement.